So, my question is for the Wild Horse guys. When
That's okay, because Jason Bond's not here yet, so you can. Time Force will be ready in a few more minutes.
Why is a Time Force a long time? It's Time Force.
So,
While you're so worried about being on time and time travel and time this and that, fucking time.
Let him speak.
So, when Disney took over production of the show in Wild Horse, was there any change in the feeling on set or anything, or was it just a very smooth transition? You didn't even notice it?
Well, for me, I had never been on a part of Power Rangers before that, so I don't know if there was any different. But what I did feel was different was that we didn't make appearances, we didn't come out and sign autographs and do a lot of the things that I heard other Rangers did in the past. But besides that, man, I couldn't honestly tell you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this was a completely new experience for me, but it would have been nice to do like appearances and this is my first Morphicon. This is Jack's first Morphicon, and this is amazing. It's definitely going to be our best, that's for sure.
Wait a minute, what about the applause for us who have come back?
By the way, that's one thing we do like to thank Jessica for representing for us in the previous Morphicons. We just didn't know about it. Really.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, walk away and I started asking questions. Thanks, Dave. I'm just gonna wait, he's busy.
So I just pop in with my 2 cents.
I just want to say thank you guys first off, because I love both of your shows, and to see all of you guys here is like fantastic. But I wanted to ask all of you actually, because you guys had one of my favorite 2-part episodes, Reinforcements from the Future.
Hey, can I answer the other question before you?
Oh yeah, no, sure.
I had an answer.
Go ahead, by all means.
Because Time Force was Fox, Bandai, and Disney came in and took over Wild Force. And so there was a difference, there was a change in pace. Unfortunately, the Disney execs weren't all that friendly when they would show up on the set. It was like a hostile takeover. But it's what I noticed. And because I was close with production and close with the executive producers, I paid attention to a lot of how the show was put together, how it did in merchandising. By the way, that whole time on Power Rangers, Time Force, Wild Force, did 33% better in merchandising than all of the other seasons combined. The show was doing really well. But the good thing about all of that, during that transition, that real strange, awkward moment in the handover of the show to a new company, the cast was really cool. The cast was great to work with both seasons, Time Force and Wild Force. And so that helped to make things really smooth, feel smooth in terms of the workflow on the set, as we had to relate to it. I'm not sure what production had to go through. I'm sure they had their own anchors, but that's the answer to that question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Even though it's not my question. I was just wondering, because you guys had that really epic team up where, you got the whole both teams back. And I was always curious because at the very end, you guys hinted at a bunch of stuff. I mean, Dan, your character had a real relationship that was hinted at. Phil, your character started flirting with the villain for a while. I'm like, well, where are they going to go with this? What's going on? I mean, if you could have picked up on that, what would you have done? What would you want to see come out of that episode?
I think they just made me flirt with the girl so that they could take the rumors away that I was gay. Because I think Jack.
Those are rumors.
Yeah, those are rumors. But I got my son in the back. That's proof. But yeah, because Jack and I, we had the first bromance on.
I remember thinking that was kind of weird that you guys are on.
Well, you and was you and Jason started that, though, man.
You started the bromance? What?
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
What was the question?
What would you want to see?
Romance.
What would you want to see followed up on that episode? Because like it was the last time we got to see the
I thought. Alright. So,
You get a chair for this man?
I thought that they tied those two episodes up really well at the end of that season. I thought it was really concise, and it was kind of, to be honest with you, from what I know about production, it was kind of their tying up the shows as a movie and as a package in the Fox.
Okay.
I mean, because they knew they were heading in a Disney, and a lot of them were going to come along to New Zealand. So it's kind of a send-off in that sense. I liked it. I mean, you know, I always think that more of me in the show is always better. That's what I always use. And you know, by the time that Jason and I came back, we were a lot more relaxed as actors, and I think he and I started finding places to just have fun with the characters and do fun things. And I think they allowed us to do that even in the writing, with me having some sort of interest in Allison and his character. And I wish we could have had a little bit more screen time to explore that and have fun. But, you know, there's a whole bunch of us that got to get on screen and do our thing. So what they gave us was just fine.
You know, to go back to the whole gay comment, there's nothing wrong with being gay at all. I just want to make that very clear. You know, because not at all. We're human beings at the end of the day. It's all about your character. All right, it has nothing to do with anything.
Okay, I got 2 questions. My first one is for the almighty Surgeon Shark.
Yeah.
How did it feel to be like the youngest character on the team and all? And how you always got teased by the Yellow Ranger and always being called a kid. How did that just feel for you?
It was frustrating. I'm sure you've dealt with stuff like that yourself, right? You know, you can relate. Yeah, just always having to prove yourself, feeling that you're on equal standing with your teammates or your crew. So it was pretty frustrating, but we worked through it, and they respected me in the end. Cool.
My second question is for the Quantum Ranger.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Let me make sure you can hear me. There we go. What can I do for you, son?
How did it feel for like the first 2 episodes being sort of an unwanted ranger when you first got your powers?
I didn't care. I had powers.
Yeah, all about the Q-Rex.
It felt great to be the Quantum Ranger, just so you know.
Okay, thanks.
I came to this line with 1 question, but then Ricardo showed up, and so I have 2. So this is my question for Ricardo. How did you get the role of Decker? Were you asked to come back, or did you audition?
Well, I kind of fell off the whole industry for a little while. Started doing started doing personal training, and one day I just got a call from a friend, and they were just checking out the breakdowns, the daily breakdowns for Hollywood, what's going on, and I guess they were looking for me or something. And long story short, I ended up auditioning. I had to earn it again, and that's it. That's how it happened.
Thank you. And this is for the whole cast. What Rangers would you guys like to team up with, and why? If you could pick any Ranger from before your show or after it.
I'd say the original. I think it'd be fun to go back and meet some of those guys other than what we've met already. So the original season for me.
going to say tank force, but now that Jason does not want to.
Well, we already did that team.
It would be fun, yeah, to team up with some of the original Rangers. Been doing conventions with Walter, and he's a cool guy, so that would be a lot of fun. Also with Nakia, she's amazing and Kat, so yeah.
Her. She told me to say that. She's kicking in at the table right now. I think it'd be fun to team up with Johnny Young Bosch. I think that'd be pretty cool to do some martial arts flying and kicking around with that fella. I wonder what that would be like.
I wanted to team up with Erin. Wouldn't mind teaming up with her. She had this.
Tell you something, it wasn't bad.
Power. Yeah, she had this like G.I. Jane type of warrior, power. She's a good actress. She definitely would have pushed the envelope a little bit, maybe went a little harder. So definitely.
For me personally, I'm kind of selfish. I would rather all of them team up with us. Yeah, I think that'd be cool for us to be the main ones and then have them all come and join us.
For me, I'd say Super Samurai, the new one coming out. So you can get us old guys out there working again. You know what I mean? That'll be fun.
Well, thanks.
If I could real quick, I just want to give a little shout out to Iris over here. This lady, if you would stand up, changed all of our lives. Iris, we love you. She's the one that helped to get us in the door and helped to put us where we are today. Iris, we love you.
Past experience can be pretty stressful, and she helped alleviate some of that pressure by really making us feel like she was on our side while we were going through that process. Thank you, Iris.
And I swear the woman has discovered the fountain of youth because she never ages. She always, she looks like identical. Well, I've been her for 10 years now, 12 years.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I asked this question at the RPM SPD panel, and I got an amazing response. I want to ask you guys the same question. A couple months ago, I was watching The Avengers, and it was a great movie. But I was kind of disappointed that there was no one who kind of looked like me up there on the big screen. And I was on campus talking with some friends, and I'm like, it was kind of disappointing there was no like Asian superhero up there with The Avengers. But then they flipped the question on me, and they said, Eric, are you looking for superheroes that look like you, or are you dwelling on what they do? So I want to ask you guys, should a character's gender, race, or sexuality be the defining characteristic for a superhero, or should it just be something relegated to what they do instead?
If you look at just the human social history, at all of their heroes in any culture, heroes embody things that the popular culture can identify with. So yeah, it's not such a bad thing to want to be able to identify with your hero through your race and your culture and your ethnicity. I think though that as the world becomes more of a global social interaction and melting pot, which it will, you're going to find that the things you want to identify with in your hero are going to be more sort of character-driven. Okay, you know what I'm saying? In terms of the struggle and how they go through their process, and those are the things that are always important to remember about how you identify with your heroes. And eventually, you'll shed that need to identify with a hero because he or she looks like you.